It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. We on a mission and that's bringing y'all the truth. You know the problem, but we getting to the root. The devil watching, yeah, he always on pursuit. But Jesus is our rock, so we shall not be moved. We on a winning team, so we can't lose. We say facts, cause we hitting y'all with proof. Started from the bottom, now we standing on the roof. As God as our witness, we gon' make it to the moon. When you want the truth, the world be hiding it. This the real word, we providing it. We got Acee, BK, Truth, Rick Star, and we plan to make a movie like it's Pixar. We came a long way from the plantation. We just tryna save your souls from damnation. So if you down with the message, tune in every week. It will lead you to the message that you seek. Yeah. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to The Real Word. This is season 5, episode 14. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to everybody that has watched us so far and thus far. You can follow us on Instagram at The Real Word Ministries Inc. That's The Real Word Ministries Inc. You can follow us on our official website. That's www.therealwordministriesinc.org. TheRealWordMinistriesInc.org. The Real Word TV on YouTube. That's The Real Word TV on YouTube. The Real Word Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
We everywhere.
Everywhere.
We everywhere.
Podcast on Spotify.
We everywhere.
Name all the platforms, we there.
We there. We in here like swimwear. Shout out to my two co-hosts. Introduce yourself, gentlemen.
AI in the building. Add me on Instagram, Ace Irving 11. You know it.
Alright.
BK.Truth. Y'all know I'm from BK. That's all I
You already know. And shout out to our two special guests today. Introduce yourself, gentlemen.
Alan A. You can catch me on Instagram, the A1 Life, A1LYFE.
That's so much energy.
Yeah, to think about it.
The A1 life, man.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Eric. Right back at y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the comments, alright?
Alright. So, it's a lot that's been going on recently, a lot that is going on in the news. It's tragic, especially in our city. Shout out to Brooklyn, shout out to New York. New York been getting crazy. They went crazy yesterday in Soho. They ran up in the Foot Locker, ran up in Gucci, they ran up in
Nike,
Rolex.
Christian Dior.
So if you see a lot of people shining the hood, you already know what it is. I mean, we shining right now. You see the whole set done changed up. We done glowed up on them.
Go talk with the mic.
You see what's in the back of us, and we just setting up and stepping up. But how you guys feel about what's going on right now, man? Let the people know.
The streets been very hostile. I mean, look. Due to coronavirus, we was all stuck in the crib. You got the ones that's poor and all of that. So now a lot of people was hungry. So you gave the topic of George Floyd, and based off that topic, you got to read and react. Not everybody's reacting to what happened, because there's been a lot of police brutality, and people just can't hold it in no more.
Facts.
People.
Go ahead, Craig.
I like now that, there's more, or at least, I don't know, there's more Caucasian or different races gathering with us now. I've seen one thing where a black guy was walking on top of, he was arguing in court, and a white lady and an Asian lady came up and was like trying to be his shield, in the sense of like, if y'all gonna shoot, y'all gonna have to shoot through us. So I see a lot of time now, more than ever, I guess, a lot of different races standing up and doing the riots with us.
Well, that is kind of good. I guess in like the dog situation, there's been a lot of unity from that, like just what you said. Like, you have seen like a lot of videos where like there's actually some people like low-key protecting cops, or cops protecting other people, or really trying to reason with people. So like when you see social media, you tend to see like a lot of like negativity, make a lot of noise, and that's what's like gets glorified. But there is a lot of positivity to it, which I think we can't really ignore.
A lot of drama.
Media don't like to show the good side. They always like to show the negative.
Well, that's what's entertaining though. You think about it, like the drama for everyone is what we kind of like. What we feed into, so they really just gonna accommodate what we want to see. Yeah. But then it's like if you see more people appreciating positivity or being more bold to speak on something that's positive, and I think they're gonna be like, there's a stigma with being too positive. Sometimes people are like, oh, you preach or XYZ. Yeah. But like if you start to really appreciate that, then you would see it more so put into what we consume. But like right now, there's a whole bunch of negative.
So from a business point of view, from a business owner point of view, how do you see it? Because a lot of businesses are getting looted. A lot of people, like you were telling me earlier, certain insurances don't cover looting.
Yeah, pretty much. Absolutely. Like
that's a scam.
The price tag that they actually put in the policy for it, like they know you can't afford it. So
you have to pay for that insurance.
So it's like other companies that can afford it will just say, F it and play.
Yeah, just play. Still do your business.
Local businesses, you just tell them just keep that off. Like
to save your
money. Pretty much, but like
they don't want to give up all that money.
They don't got it.
I feel like insurance is the biggest scam in the world.
Biggest
scam.
It is a scam.
And somebody told me that car insurances are not paying out the policies right now.
They're not paying out the
for real. Yeah. So if you get in a car accident, they're not gonna cover you, but
because you're not supposed to be on the street.
Yeah. Wow.
They say you're supposed to be at home.
That's a nice loophole for that. But there's no like.
They could fight you on that.
But you could defer the payments right now. If you was wise, that's what you would do.
You could defer your car insurance payments right now?
Yeah.
Pretty much for rent, car insurance, pretty much any bill right now you could defer.
Yeah.
But that's risky though, because if you driving and you get into something.
No, like you technically have car insurance, but you push it 3 months back.
Yeah. Kind of like you pay them later.
So you're still gonna be paid.
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't want the money to gather and be like, yo, now I owe you $9.
Well, you gotta pay it all at once.
Yeah.
Like your car
you're gonna get a different plan.
Say for example, you would finish paying your car note 6 years later. It'd be like 6 years and 3 months because you pushed it back.
The same thing for insurance too.
Insurance you just don't pay. Like they just cut it. Like you still covered, but you don't pay. But technically, we're not supposed to be out, so it's kind of a loophole. Like
this is a battle.
They said, what if you just don't pay it though? Like, do you gotta tell them I'm doing deferred payments, or what if I just?
You gotta tell them.
I guess I gotta make
either
a call.
that or get a doctor's note.
You gotta make that call.
Make a call.
One thing a lot of people have been saying is that like they're saying that these people are protesting wrong. And I seen something that said that back in the days they said Martin Luther King was protesting wrong. They said Malcolm X was protesting wrong. They said that Mandela was protesting wrong. They said
and he's a peaceful protester.
Kaepernick was protesting wrong. They said protesting means that you go against the norm so that what you're doing bothers the people that's looking because you're making a statement that what is going on is not right. So
that's a fact.
It's like Martin was nonviolent. He got killed. Malcolm X, by any means necessary, he got killed. And it's like, we asking ourselves, where's the black leaders right now? It's like, how many people is willing to die for this right now?
A lot of people clearly is showing. I kind of think it's the opposite, bro. Because there's been a lot of a lot of people coming in together, and there's a lot of protesters now. They wilding. We'll see what happens tonight.
I think a lot of people.
I
think a lot of people want to peacefully protest. Like they want to raise awareness to the situation. They want to tell the government, yo, we want different.
But it's always going to be both sides.
It's always going to be both sides. It's always going to be people trying to take advantage. But what you have to look at, though, those people that are taking advantage are people that are willing to die for nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
Just for materialistic goods. Like, people are willing to just rush inside the stores, do anything just to grab a few things or two, trying to make it come up. But those people are literally, like, risking it all.
But we spoke about that earlier.
For little games,
for like 800,
for little games. Like meanwhile, like somebody who actually know the value of the thing. Like someone goes into the Gucci store, right? They steal a bag.
Yeah.
Somebody
that bag costs money.
Costs money. Somebody who would normally go to the Gucci store and pay thousands of dollars for it gives you $200. and you're happy, but you don't realize, hold on, why you giving Gucci 2,000 and you telling me you only giving me 200?
That's
But
crazy.
those people don't even think about it that
They
way.
just happy to
They
get money.
take the 200.
They just happy to
So it's
get
like
money.
you risked it all for $200.
Like this team.
$100 TV. I got it for $100. I got it
This is why I feel like when the media focuses on the people looting, like they're focusing on the wrong thing. Like
100%.
those people don't matter. They don't matter. Like lock those people up. Figure out what to do with them. Like let's focus on our message. Like what are we trying to do right here? Like it's still thousands and millions of people peacefully protesting and telling the government, yo, the police is abusing their power, and you must step in and do something.
I see a couple of peaceful protesters.
They need to
But
restart
you know,
that
it's
tax,
almost
man.
like you gotta be like, you see how there's a double-edged sword with like social media. Like it gives you the power to have this platform now, but at the same time, like it also preaches so much
Social
negativity.
media
But
give
we
you-
are able to see the peaceful protest. I haven't seen that on the news not one time. I just
No,
see
That
that.
is
They're
not-
gonna
I think
They're not gonna show you that
No,
for
we
sure.
see it
Yeah,
because we
that's
see people
social media.
showing
Yeah.
like luckily we can depend on other people putting out that content.
see it
But
with our
when
own
you see on
two eyes.
Thank you.
It's just straight up like
Like-
looting and like all this crazy stories and all that. So
Like
Show negativity.
Massive.
always,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
100%.
Trust me, like
Yeah.
the internet come with so many negative effects. But what I will always appreciate it for is that you have a choice. Like it's all in there. Like you know, if you just want to focus on watching CNN and watch the bad stuff, you go ahead. But it's all on your phone. You could just find out exactly what you want to what you're looking for, and look at it.
But we
So-
can't say the internet is evil though.
We can't. We almost can't. We almost
Like,
can't.
it's
The internet is the Wild Wild West. Anybody
Yeah.
can put up anything.
Like,
So it's
listen,
just whoever's putting up whatever is
It-
evil. Whoever's putting up something good is.
Even if we could
But
pick
Most
it back,
people that's putting things up is not putting positivity.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you are super positive,
Yo.
most of the time you're not even gonna put your energy into like.
In social
Yeah,
media,
sometimes.
most
You know what I'm
people, most
saying?
of those people don't want to be.
Yeah, because you
I think if you-
value your opinion to yourself. When
Yeah.
them people like putting out more negativity on social media, it's more so they want other people to hear their opinion.
But
Yeah.
I think
Validation.
if you support the First Amendment though, like you just gotta let them do it. Like
Yeah,
if we pick it back a little bit, like you know, recently Twitter just came out and they're doing something where they're fact checking the president. Like yo,
And then he passed the law.
we know the president is lying.
Yeah.
Like we know the president is lying.
Like we've been doing about
It's our job though. It's our job
To
to
know
go
what he
look
was-
for the truth. Like I do not need Twitter to tell me the truth. Like you go into Twitter and you look at what they're fact checking. They're naming CNN and
Yeah,
Washington
but-
Post as their source.
Yeah.
When
Once you see
those
that, you
are
can't trust those
journalistic
sources,
companies
yeah.
that have came out and said we've made a mistake.
Yeah.
So how can you like
Like,
quote
you have
them as a
fact
source?
The best eyes are
Like,
yourself, you know. See
pretty
it for
much.
yourself.
Yo, you let people like talk whatever they want to talk. Like I agree, Trump should like appreciate his presidency more. You know, he should be more ethical and not do that stuff.
But
But
he-
he is.
he's a gimmick.
But exactly.
presidency been
But it's
honest.
not Twitter's job to. It's not Twitter's job to check him. It's not Twitter's job to check him. I do not need Twitter to do that.
That's facts. That's facts. Because I seen the protests, at least the ones in Brooklyn today. They weren't so bad. They were just people walking. Even the cops was relaxed. You
The
know?
ones in the front,
Yeah.
the ones in Canarsie was a peaceful protest.
Yeah. They
It was by that
yeah.
church.
Like,
Yeah, like,
what
on Sunday I went.
what,
and
what
went.
I would say about the protest though is like the lack of leadership is
It's high.
clear to see.
Who is the leader of the black
That-
community?
there is
that's
no one right
that's
now,
that's the big question because everyone keep talking about where's the leadership? Where's the leadership? People like where's Jay-Z, Beyonce? Jay-Z and Beyonce are not
No.
leaders.
But
Exactly.
that's
They're
the
not
thing.
leaders.
But
That's
everybody-
not,
but
that's
if
not their
Yeah,
role.
that's not what
Thank
they want
you.
to
That's
do.
not,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not,
not-
that's
they're
their supporting.
entertainers.
Thank you.
Entertainers.
But, you know,
not
but
leaders.
that's
Everybody's
what
an
You
entertainer.
can't discredit their social mission in the sense of like
No, we
wanting
appre-
to do good.
we
But
appreciate
not
it.
everyone wants to take on that role of like leading
Let's be
a
real.
message
You gotta be
to
ready
you
to
know you
die
gotta be
for it.
100%.
I mean,
Facts.
we-
Leaders
I mean,
out there.
It's, you know, almost with all the people that have died that tried that, it's almost putting fear into people to be that next thing because it's almost like you asking to die.
But then they discredit all the other black leaders. Like they shut down Farrakhan on all social media. They took off all his books off Amazon. They took him off YouTube. They took him off Facebook. They took him off
maybe
Twitter.
the track record of killing black leaders is too long. They're like, it's gonna be too obvious.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, 100%. But he'll be our closest thing that we've experienced.
Because we can't say Dr. Umar Johnson. People be coming at him.
I feel like his views are too radical. I think that's what it is.
It's the same thing with Farrakhan though. Like while we appreciate Farrakhan so much and he does speak truth to power, like we have to hold him accountable for Brother Malcolm. Like he had something to do with that. The evidence points towards it.
But there's also sometimes where you gotta realize where like at the end of the day, some things are just not gonna happen. So your energy got to be shifted somewhere else because we don't control the system. So the justice is not gonna be served. So we keep complaining about something, it's not gonna change.
But that's
like that you brought that up.
Be a leader in terms of like
you guys, like on the front line, like stand up, and like I'm the black leader right now, and see. It's because a black leader can't be a leader unless other people are willing to follow him. And right now, no one is following nobody.
Everybody just doing their own.
To an extent, because when you think about the leader, it's like look how big the scale was. You could be a leader in a small group, and that's still like I could be a leader to like 3 people, and then that one person I'm a leader to is a leader to like 3 other people. Creates like this pyramid.
I agree.
You know what
in
I'm
the
saying?
sense of I feel like we can't have one leader in this.
It takes most.
We need one leader in the sense of, but we need one like idea and follow it.
There you go. Thank you very much, brother.
The one idea is better.
I think this is really the key because like even when you go back and you really look at it, like the Black Panther Party, which started something real and original,
And FBI killed
that
them.
could have FBI killed them, and there's documents that proves it.
Yes.
But this is the reason for our protest. There's document that prove what the
Whenever
FBI
there's
did to the
proof,
center,
and
everybody's just fine. You go to Oklahoma, the FBI got J. Edgar Hoover in big letters
Fati boy.
on the building. That's like a slap in the face for black people. Slap in the face.
We got some live people. Shout out to AJ, my brother AJ. He said they call it terrorism. They call the protest terrorism. They say they can't cover that instead of calling it protesting. Ironically enough, yesterday was the 100 anniversary of the Black Wall Street when they bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma, and left over 800 black people homeless and destroyed over $20 million worth of property in a black prospering neighborhood. And people said that trauma was passed down from generation to generation. And that's why black people don't want to come together and create a black utopia. Now, I think that's BS because Big Mike and Killer Mike and T.I. came out and said that ATL is the new Tulsa, Oklahoma, and ATL got hit hard, and a lot of the businesses that was being destroyed was black-owned businesses.
Yeah, and it was expensive one too.
And they was crying and screaming like, "Yo, how you gonna do this?" Shout out to my pops, he's watching. Shout out to Terrell. Shout out to Kels all the way from Turkey and Caicos. And shout out to
Mr. International out here.
But
International, baby.
I think as far as all the businesses though, I think as far as all the businesses, I think we're gonna recover. We feel bad. As a business owner, I was telling Rickard, like, yo, if something like that happened to my store, I don't think I'll ever bounce back from it at all.
Because we don't got recovery money. Like,
I don't think I would. But the issue at hand though is too important to distract from it. Like, we have a clear opportunity here to basically
make a difference.
Speak truth to power. Go to the politicians that we voted for and tell them, this is what we want. Like even today, you look at it. Cuomo is on TV everywhere. We're praising Cuomo, but for what?
For what?
Like on this specific issue, Cuomo was in a press conference today, beating around the bush, talking about he's giving mayors the right. He's pretty much pushing the blame on the mayors.
Like a supervisor.
You make that decision, and then the police union could attack you, not me. Like,
manager, supervisor,
they don't want to be the man.
We need to start holding our politicians accountable. If I vote for you and you told me when you get to Congress, when you get to your position, you're going to do X, you need to do it.
That's why local politics is good. It's very important.
Local is the most.
It's more important than the...
Listen.
At the end of the day, that system is so corrupt. If someone is even like the right person too, there's gonna be some scandal about that person put out, and you're not gonna vote for.
That's what
when you
they
watching
always do.
TV and you
Listen,
see like these
leaders.
stories, like
Listen.
wow, this is real life though.
I used to always think the same thing
They always do that.
until Trump. If you look at it, Trump can act like a knucklehead and do all of this stuff.
Disrespect
Still-
women. and all of
People are still behind him. You know why? Because he's trying to deliver on the promises he made. No matter how conservative and far to the right they
that. Once
seem,
they believe the
he does not care. He's like, yo, I will give you judges. He's delivering judges. And the Republicans, they're sacrificing everything for that. They're like, we'll even take Trump for another 8 years. But if we control the Supreme Court, when Trump is gone, we will get our policies through.
and we'll get everything that we asked
And
for.
as Democrats, we have to look at that.
Because a lot of some of the people that sit on the Supreme Court of the United States, they come from racist background.
Yeah.
And once you sit on the
Listen.
Supreme Court of the United States, you're there for life.
Listen,
A lot of people saying that
Most-
Trump is bad.
most conservative judges will have as close to grandparents or even grandparents that were in the Klan.
But you know what's so scary?
family tree.
It's like, how many
been a
brothers,
family
you
tree.
like the system. The only way you can really combat that kind of system is having more of your people in that system. But like, how many people be like, yo, I want to be a judge.
politics.
Like right
Yeah,
now,
like,
there's
where
so
you
much
at?
of that energy. Of
You
like
gotta be in
F12
school
and
mad
XYZ.
long too.
But it's like, how can we even infiltrate
You
that
gotta
system?
look at
Because
it
there's no.
this way, brother. They start you off as young. What they do, we gotta look at it from this point of view, right? The black woman, she's focused on, as soon as the black woman, she stays in school, she gets a little job, she's going to school, she go to college, she graduates, she gets a good job. Most likely her boyfriend's either a scammer, a drug dealer, or a gangster. He ends up with an F in life, a felony. Then he's done. There's the
She
boys
can't count on him, though.
who's doing good, but they call them squares, you know? And it's more fun between people trying to be gangsters or be a dope boy, get fast money versus to go to school. Look how much dudes we grew up with. How much of them you know graduated from college and got decent jobs?
But we know a lot though.
And we know a lot of dudes that got locked up.
Yeah,
and
but
that
you,
was scammers
are you
also.
feeling like the whole crime in relation to black people is like a narrative that we almost give too much
It is a
like power
narrative.
to? Like
Way too
every
much.
It makes it
culture
look like the
has
direction
felonies.
we gotta
Way too much.
But the thing, remember the same
Like-
thing we were saying about like positivity don't get in the
Way
noise?
too much.
How many dudes you know that they I'm gonna be like, yo, I do know mad people, but honestly,
From
you know,
our
more
point
people
of
that
view.
graduated college, but that's not the story being put out. But we're gonna be like, oh, we not doing that.
We
It
always
is
dwell
happening.
in the bad.
Nah,
Well,
it's-
the thing is, the narrative is they trying to just put light to the bad. Just like how they
Yeah.
only showing the looting, they're not showing the positive protest. Anything with like black culture, they only show the bad of black
Whoever
culture. They try to
controls
exploit
the
that
media is
culture.
the one
No,
who paints us.
I think when it comes to that, how you have to look at it is just like, you know, when COVID came out, people trying to compare COVID to the regular flu.
Yeah.
When it's like, this
That
is
changed real fast.
this is a 100-year pandemic. Like we have those every 100 years,
Yeah.
like, and we're actually having it
That
in
was
our
the weird
lifetime.
thing about
Like,
it. It was just
how
another
you
one.
how are you
That-
comparing
I feel
it?
it's
That's
the second
a
one,
whole
right?
nother sketch.
You had the Spanish flu. That
we
one
gonna be
was
here
an
forever.
outrage.
But
Cause-
Spanish flu killed millions of people.
Yeah.
All of them killed
COVID
them.
This
is a
didn't kill
fraud,
me.
bro. COVID had too many like systematic benefits for it to be like.
Official.
You know what I'm saying? To be official, because you got to think about the timeline of the census happening. You got to think about all the
Financially.
people, like the old people passing Social Security that doesn't have to be paid out.
Yeah.
The amount of black communities that, like, think about Canarsie, right? 80% black owned, right? Homeowners. But the thing is, Canarsie can't really be gentrified because we are homeowners. But if you're killing off
The
the
homeowners.
breadwinners of the house,
Now
those
you
houses are
open
going
up
to be
room.
available. Have you drove around Canarsie lately? How many for sale cribs are actually in Canarsie now? So you can't really
And the second generation of people in Canarsie not doing all as good as the first generation.
Nah, unfortunately.
Nah.
Because
I
they
mean, like,
changed the game.
and we talk about the power of music. It's like, yo, every community is gonna have people that think they gangster. But once that music come out, it's gonna put the battery in the back, and you see the spike in crime. And just like when the music
Even
started to
movies.
blow
Look
up,
at your shirt, boys in the hood.
100%. Like, you know, you look at this movie. There's a lot of gems in this movie that you think beyond are just like.
That
There's
was-
a narrative of the hood, but there's also narratives. I learned about gentrification from this movie. You know what I'm
not gonna
saying?
lie, a lot
That's a
of,
fact.
back in the days, the old gangster movies had like hidden lessons that you were supposed to follow, or you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there though.
But not as much TV. Not TV don't have the movies
The
we grew
substance
up.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
the TV shows don't have the substance we grew up on. That's why the generations seem to get worse because
They
take away all the lessons.
Yeah, when I really like sit down and watch like Netflix, I'm like, oh, this is bull. But
Yo,
when you watch like an old movie, you really learn
you
something
feel
from the
it,
movie.
like
Godfather.
Like Godfather or The Departed. All of the movies, even just the strategy in the movie about how they
Just
like
the thought
acted.
process, yeah, like.
But these movies is just CGI based, and these kids is just really thinking about like the show of things. It's just like it's like a Transformers movie. There's no storyline, but there's gonna be some stuff blowing up.
It's like slice, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, that's
Bang, bang, bang.
That's why the movies are
camera
getting
action.
shorter because they don't got no stories in them. Really, it's just entertainment. They just
And comedy.
Yeah, but I really open that parentheses to say that, like, we really can't compare, like, you know, let's say black on black crime or, you know, blacks going to jail to, like, police killing black people because it's two separate issues.
Yeah.
If you look at them for what they are,
yeah.
white people kill white people too. Like, more white people kill white people
But they
than
don't
black
talk
people
about
kill
it.
black people. But
The
more
main
white-
message of that is they
Yeah.
showing that it's okay to kill a black person,
Yeah,
and
so-
there's no consequence. But if you kill a white person,
if
there's way
you-
more
It's
consequence.
always been
for it.
that.
Yeah,
It's
always been that. Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
why we had to say Black Lives Matter, and then they hit us with All
There we
Lives
go.
Matter.
Yeah, all
Like,
lives
no,
matter.
we
No.
always saying Black Lives Matter because y'all don't care about Black
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, exactly.
show
And
that.
it like,
That's
you
how we
know,
kill
what
the
they've
black
been
guy.
saying, like, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
it.
of that, that's a good segue. How do you guys feel about blacks now taking out their aggression and committing violence on the whites? Play the video with J.R. Smith. Because it was a white guy that attacked his private property, and he basically attacked the white guy.
Good.
JR's going
This video is
crazy. He
good.
not in the NBA no more.
This is gonna be good.
These little white boys
This video was funny.
and broke my f***ing window in my truck. Broke my shit. This wasn't no this is
He going
residential
crazy.
area. This wasn't no stores over here. No, none of that shit. Broke my window. I chased him down and whooped his ass. So when the footage come out and y'all see it, I chased him down. And
We
whooped
saw
his
it,
ass
JR.
and broke my window.
We
See,
saw
I
it.
ain't got no problem with nobody. Ain't got no problem with me. It's a problem with my system. That's it. Mother broke my window and I whooped his ass. He didn't know whose window he broke. And he got his ass whooped.
Yo.
Just
There we go.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Guys,
That's
look,
a good
guys,
thing.
this one.
Kick them into the
Guys, this
car,
one.
son.
What did you do? What did you do? You broke my window.
It's like so methodical.
You broke my
Like, yo,
window.
oh,
You broke my window.
he sized up every blow. Like he ain't missed not one. You know somebody woofing. There's no emotion there, bro.
There's
It's
no
all
emotion.
strategy. It's all strategy.
He
No
on
emotion.
bully.
He would have hit the
his
car at
bully,
least
bro.
once if he was just furious. Like, he was like,
The way he hit him.
Yes, I did. Yo, I studied his technique, man. There was concentration in that.
I ain't
last
seeing
one.
like, yo, he been practicing.
He was like, he sized them up, like.
you let him take another step before he let loose.
So what you guys think about that? Because we often see the violence, either black on black violence or white on black. Well, how do you guys feel about black on white violence?
Nah, listen.
I mean, like,
Like,
I know it's gonna be rough to win
it
that
just,
case.
it just happened to have been a white boy that broke JR window. Whoever broke JR window that day,
He swear was
that
scared.
work.
yo,
He swear was scared.
I think it's just
We
it
just
comes
got
down
a
to a principle
citywide
thing.
curfew?
Yeah, you ain't know about that 11 o'clock.
Oh wow! So there's a curfew now that's out. We just got
You gotta-
notification through the iPhone.
You better be home.
11.
Yo, it's my bedtime, guys. Like,
They
I
said
gotta go.
they said only essential workers exempted. So you know I'm an essential worker.
Too, I'm essential worker.
I'm doing
So
this
I
for
can
the
come
culture.
outside.
I can pretend
Nah,
to be
man.
one.
So what you guys think about that? The whole curfew situation. I mean, there was wilding out in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised about the
It
curfew.
was
though.
bugging
I
out.
feel like
It
the
was bugging
curfew
out.
should just be enforced where the protest is happening. Like you shouldn't be extreme to the point where like I'm on a highway and it's after 11, you're like you need to be home. I'm like, well, I live
Like,
20
come
minutes
on.
away.
I'm
What's
feel
gonna happen?
extra disrespected,
Yeah,
like I'm a
like-
child.
No,
Like,
like
you just
pretty
can't-
much you can implement a curfew. Like what I don't expect is what happened in Atlanta the other day. Like that
Yeah, they
should
were shooting,
that should
people.
never happen. When they tased
Over
that
a
kid,
curfew.
pulled him out the car. Like yo, police should never do that. Like
But the scary thing is NYPD probably the worst out there.
NYPD's
So
been the worst.
they've been the worst. So it's almost like we'll see what videos come
You
out
know what's
tomorrow.
the worst part about
It's been
it?
an
'Cause they're
outrage.
scared too, so they get even more anxious now.
But they scared, but they also from New York with that New York mentality.
Of
So
course.
that was.
But a lot of
Listen,
these cops, that work in New York City, they're not even from New York City.
But a lot of protesters are not from New York City neither.
Exactly.
All the jobs are
This is
closed.
a terror.
It's like they all come from a different
This is really
state,
the tourist
but they
state.
hear
Like,
about
everybody come here and start
We're gonna
trouble.
protest in New York.
they hear about everything that happens in
They're
New
like, y'all
York,
about to take a plane
and the
over
agenda
here,
we
like-
got. They be like, yeah, New York's rough. You gotta be a real cold-hearted, blooded to live there. So they feel like, oh, nah, I must carry something at all times.
No, but
Because when I go to different states, that's what they all labels us as. They say
That's aggressive.
It's
Very
how we talk,
aggressive.
Yeah.
Because New
hostile.
York people got mayonnaise on some.
Yeah,
on some real,
I'm not
it's
gonna
just-
lie. When I
we
look
don't
at it
talk
from the
much.
outside, it looks like that. Because I went to Georgia and a couple other places.
I don't think it's that we don't have manners. I think just the way we are accustomed to talking from New York comes off very aggressive.
Yeah.
When you compare it to down south, it's very friendly. I know.
That's
it's
the
telling us.
curfew.
Damn, man, you gotta go, man. They calling you the most. They gave you 2 calls. That's 2 calls.
They said,
Like, when we pull you over, don't say we ain't warned you. Like.
Crazy. Oh yeah, they go my mom.
She's like, it's a curfew.
11 o'clock.
Because Haitian moms be the first.
You already know. They follow all the rules. Anything CNN says goes. You
Yo,
know what I'm
oh
saying?
my
And it's a
goodness.
shame.
That's all they put on TV.
I'm on the
CNN.
same way. I ain't gonna lie. Caribbean
You are
moms,
going to.
they live by the TV.
You go recite CNN.
They live by CNN. They
That's
don't
a
take
shame, and that's cool that we young enough we able to like separate. Like,
From
we
that.
know was being like forced on us versus what we could choose.
We know
to
the
make.
lies.
Our
and
parents don't know the difference, so
They
that's
just-
why there's always like, even that barrier of like
they don't know
Yeah.
what to
You know what I'm
trust.
saying?
You know, in the
Yeah.
sense of like, you're like, yo, why you even trusting that? Like,
They just trust anything.
that's what a disconnect is.
yeah.
to be honest, I watch like CNN and MSNBC. I watch mainstream news for perspective.
Yeah, I like to see what
But
they're doing.
I'm really not looking for the truth in them. Like, you know,
Yeah, but you can form your own opinion. It's good to be
You
aware
kinda
of what's
see what they're
happening.
doing.
that's,
and-
you
Yeah.
pretty much have to soak up everything
Yeah.
and do form your own opinion
Yeah.
about what's actually
I just be
happening.
feeling like it's so negative. I don't like watching it. Like
I ain't gonna lie.
I be afraid-
It
because
I watch it. I watch it.
Because
I don't watch
subconsciously,
I watch it.
you are really ingesting that.
No.
So you don't really realize it, but it's gonna come. It's
I
gonna
think
come back up. In you.
What's interesting though, when you watch it though, you could see what major companies are really behind those networks. Like,
Oh, 100%.
you-
Most
you-
of these next ones,
you know,
Disney
when-
on CNN.
you look at Fox. That's why I hate Fox, but
I hate Fox.
I respect Fox because they don't hide who they are.
Yeah.
They tell you we're conservative TV. We make TV for conservative people. CNN is out there. CNN is pretty much working for the Democrat establishment, but they're just trying to portray themselves as, oh no.
Liberal.
We're just telling the truth. Like, nah. You
CBS
do
got
whatever the
exposed to
establishment
my
tell
stuff.
you to do. Like,
They got
so,
exposed too many times.
way too many times.
They got exposed on
Way
what?
too many times.
The Simpsons. How many?
Way
TV
too many
shows?
times, man.
It's too many scandals on.
I got a question.
Sure.
So with the black leaders, and y'all brought up, remind me of NBC with Bill Cosby. I'm like, can we have a black leader and be okay with whatever dirt they got on him?
Well, I feel like once you finally, they're gonna try to find a.
It's gonna be both sides to it.
They're gonna always try to slander you.
Perfect example, right? We have 2 people that's running for the White House coming November. One's a rapist, one's a racist.
Oh,
And
my.
they both rapists and racists, to be honest.
It's pretty much.
And they said anyone but Trump.
Yeah.
And what did the other guy say? He said, vote for me. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
That's it.
He said that on the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah, Joe Budden.
You ain't.
Joe Biden.
President of my bad.
And Joe Biden, like this.
He can't pass Jay-Z, bro.
There's proof that
Kanye.
there's proof that like he molested people. There's sexual accusations against him, but no one cares because they ride to anyone but Trump.
That's
And it's like, really? And
That's
these
sad.
are the 2 that they give. Joe Biden been in office for 44 years. which means almost every president he's worked within the White House with almost every
Those
president.
people are the scariest.
He was there during the time when Bill Clinton passed the crime bill against
He
black
signed
people.
for it. What do you mean?
He signed on it. He signed for it. And he was like,
a main proponent on the bill.
and he didn't think we would have found out because he think black people are that stupid. Because black people.
That's how we're portrayed though.
So I guess like when
We
people
just
be
vote
like, yo, they gonna
Democrats.
still vote for Trump. I guess it's like
Most
like,
Caribbeans, what are they?
you
Democrats.
rather take the devil you know than the devil you don't know, and it's kind of scary with Biden because even when you look at him, you just
He's
know
like
son
retarded.
ain't right.
He's
Not
like
like retarded. It's just like yo, son ain't right.
The
Like, he
vibe
got like
is
this
off.
evil
Like-
vibe. What's
A
that
lot
dude,
of them
Christopher
have that.
Walken, that dude that played The King of New York.
Okay.
Any movie you look at, he just look creepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with Biden. He just
And
got a
Joe
creepy
Biden-
vibe with him.
It's like he pick up kids and he smells them. He smells girls. He's like,
But
That's too creepy.
Like air freshener. Right?
I think in
Like
the end,
Pizzagate. You guys heard of Pizzagate, right? Pizza and hot dogs. That's the code name that they use when they molesting children. They be like, "Oh, we ordering some hot pizzas today, or some hot dogs," and then they be smelling kids. And they said that it was on Hillary Clinton's computer when she deleted all of the emails. The other guy, what's that guy name?
Jeffrey Epstein?
No. Anthony Weiner.
Yeah.
On his laptop, he had blackmail. Exactly, Anthony Weiner, right? He had blackmail.
I could have let it slide.
Joe Biden. So like, he had dirt on the other people, and one of the things he had was an email that Hillary Clinton was sending to Barack Obama, because Barack Obama supposedly ordered $60,000 worth of pizza from Chicago to the White House, and he was like, "Wait, who ordered $60,000 worth of pizza? That's not real pizza." But pedophile people use pizza and hot dogs for little girls and little boys.
Obama is on his own.
We can't trust Obama.
Allegedly,
A lot of things been dropping about Obama.
a lot of stuff been coming out recently. No one been caring because it's COVID protest.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Those are all distractions to what really happened in this world.
100%. When you have a leader, there's always going to be something. But I think the problem with like leaders is you expect leaders to be perfect, and I think if someone was perfect,
A leader don't gotta be
it
perfect,
discredits. I don't know. I mean, like you
can't
can't look for perfection.
Nobody's
So if you look
perfect,
for
but
perfection,
certain
it's
people shouldn't be
relatable.
leaders.
Most leaders has been horrible. Most of them.
Most of them
Yeah,
are horrible.
yeah.
Look where we came
It's been on replay.
Coming from slavery. It's
Think about like
You
the
gotta-
art of like an artist, right? Like you gotta be like the craziest people are like the most expressive. Like, you
gotta-
think about Kanye, he's a lunatic, but you listen to his
but he's
music,
a
you
fighter,
be in
you
a
know, he's
trance.
out
He's
there,
like
yeah.
this. You know what I'm saying?
But it's always on replay. It's like they always get. All right, it's like this. People that listen to 1990s music, they will just give it to you in replay, but add a little bit of new generation in it. But you still be like, yo, when you listen to somebody today, you be like, yo, he remind me of this person back then.
Yeah.
Always. They give you it on replay, but they just had a couple people, a little seasoning to the recipe, like, you know,
Yeah. Like a dash. Like
Janet
a little-
Jackson.
yeah,
But they be like, okay, add some
touch
water.
to it.
Yeah.
But
Get your
I
Rihanna.
think no matter how like crazy genius the person is, like I think it's our responsibility to hold our leaders accountable. Like
But you choose them to be leaders, though.
But that's
we're
a
making-
pressure that I
we're
don't think a
making-
lot of people.
No, but we're just making bad decisions. Like,
should we hold our vote?
If you look at we must vote, but for whoever we believe in. But
So-
we must hold that
But
person
if you
accountable.
who you believe in?
I just-
So
No,
five
I
of us in the room right now, right?
Listen,
If we had to vote for
politics.
Biden or Trump,
Listen to
or
me.
don't vote at all.
No,
I'm not voting at all.
This is the problem.
I get a lot of slander
This is
for that. Like,
this
dude,
is
I'm
the
a vote.
problem.
I got no.
Last
faith
time
in
I checked,
politics.
only
This
the
is the
main thing that
problem.
matters is the
This-
electoral voting.
This is the
I just want to
problem.
focus on the community.
This is the problem. When Trump won in 2016, the Democrats went in the corner to lick their tails.
Yeah, then
Meanwhile, progressive did not start to plan. Bernie just sat down a whole 3 years and then just restarted campaigning again.
Nobody was gonna pick Bernie.
But listen,
He wanted to make college.
this is the point. This is the
he had some
point.
good things for
If he
them.
made college
This
free,
is
I'll
the
go
point,
back.
though.
I probably.
We have to
This guy
breed.
let out a lot of
We have to
pussy-ass
breed our
people
own leaders.
Yeah.
We have to breed our own leaders. We have to start at the bottom and get to the top. It usually starts from the local elections. You go vote for the local DA, for the local state senator. You go vote for the representative. Once that person delivers, okay, you've earned my vote. I will vote for you if you run for senator. And then that person got to keep delivering. And if you keep delivering, I will vote for you for governor.
Let me ask you
and
this,
then I will vote for you for president.
But that's the
like,
thing,
that's
though.
the point.
But it's like you believe in a system that's corrupt.
Wait,
No,
let me
but
ask
but we have the power to change the system.
Let me tell you right now.
Listen, there are politicians right now that are running on clear policies that they're not taking corporate money, which is really our fight. Our fight is
you're not
really,
picking them.
It's
I
really
put
with the
money,
corporate people.
the people
yo,
that deserve
the people
to
with
get
the,
there
the people with the money
not gonna
don't
get
want
there.
us to have anything.
there. Because
That's not how the game goes.
They're paying for
100%.
politicians
It's not
that
gonna
they want
It's
to
not
go
gonna
to
go
power.
like that because you have too many of the negative people on top.
At power. They
And
are,
then
just like you said,
the way the rules are
they've been
set,
We vote for those people, bro.
but guess what? Though you already put them on top.
Listen,
One at a time.
listen to me. Listen to me. In 2008, when Obama got elected, right?
The world is very happy.
Listen, Twitter was probably not even
They're not happy
popular,
no more.
but YouTube
You
was.
see a lot of Obama haters.
Go on YouTube and look at KRS-One videos, where KRS-One was trying to hold Obama to power. And people just did not follow him. When KRS-One was telling us, yo, we voted for this guy, but this is who his donors were. Big money people, let's make sure he votes for our policies. We did not do that. We were just happy we got a black president.
Yeah, that's
Gays
Meanwhile-
hold them accountable. They got theirs.
Everybody,
The
yo,
Spanish, the Jews.
everybody
The
got
women,
theirs.
except for
the
black people.
gays, everybody got
Gays
something
cashed
from
out when Obama.
Everybody got something
Cashed
from
out.
Obama. Wall Street got their money
You got
first.
played, basically.
He made sure he gave the Spanish people a justice on the Supreme Court, Sotomayor. Yo, Obama delivered for everybody. We just did not hold him to power. We gave him the vote because he was black. We were happy. Yo, I hate the joke, but people love to say,
Cause he
no,
the same-
all he gave us was Obama for him. And yo, that's true. Like, that's pretty much it, man.
But it's almost give us a stimulus. At least Trump gave us a check.
And he wanted to give out a second check too.
COVID-19 gave us a check.
But the thing is,
Trump would never.
wait.
Yo,
Here's one thing a lot of people don't know. The COVID-19 was under the CARE Act. The CARE Act was signed. The bill was signed since January 2019. Since last year, which means they been knew this was gonna come.
But
That's why I said COVID is a
I
cool.
think regardless of it, but because even if you really go look at it, like yo, the $1,200 we got in all of the developed countries were the people that got off the worst. Yeah. You go look at Germany, you go look at France, like yo, everybody
Canada, every week.
Everybody's mortgage is canceled.
But look,
They're gonna tap it to the end of the of your lease. Whatever if you had a 2-year lease, then you have a 2-year and 4 months. Whatever the lockdown is,
Still on the contract.
we are the only country where it's like yeah, you gotta pay. Pretty much the $1,200 they gave you, they already knew where it was going.
You know what it is? It's just
They already knew where it was going.
It's a check every month. Every month.
That's a government that's really working for its people.
Yeah,
this is why I say
Canada's
we
good.
are just not electing the right politicians. We are
But
not
yo,
holding
we-
them
but
accountable.
we gotta
You
be
keep saying,
acceptable for that.
wait.
Yeah, we are responsible for that. Like,
I understand what
why
you're
do people
saying.
love Cuomo right now? I don't understand why people love
Because
Cuomo.
he's talking.
Everybody's saying, yo,
He said
I want
stay
Cuomo
home.
to be president. Or like, why?
Why?
Like, even during this protest, I'm telling you, while Cuomo is saying he's with the people, your vote, like the policies you've been putting through, like the reality is the complete opposite. Complete opposite. So you come and you give us talk and we're supposed to be happy for that? No.
But who's there to blame?
No.
Yourself.
It's us. That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
why.
us.
That's what you talk about.
Yes.
You keep talking about. Oh yeah, we need all these vote.
stripping
But it all
ourselves.
lies back to you because you're the one who makes the decision. So you say that. Oh yeah, we vote for the wrong people. But the main reason why we vote for the wrong people is just like why Joe Biden think we're stupid. Because why? All we want to do is be entertained.
We're
We're all being entertained. And then
Perfect example that the people got the power is the protest. As soon as the protest happened, no more social distancing, no more quarantine, no more masks, no more
Exactly.
COVID. there's something else. And they see you as stupid because they know that your attention span is so short. It's
small-minded.
We
can't
can't
seek like instant
The
satisfaction.
attention
So we get like a $1,200 check.
like
Oh, I got $1,200 at
We
once.
can't blame
And
the
he's talking about
hustler.
can they get money?
We can't blame the hustler for running a gimmick.
Yeah.
You gotta blame yourself for
That's what I'm saying. Like,
catching it.
that's all we could do.
You can't blame a hustler for
Hold
running
yourself
a gimmick.
accountable.
You can't.
You know what's one thing people feel like to ever acknowledge, like in society, just like you have like in nature, like there's always gonna be like it's a systematic of like just like how your brain moves, right? Or like just evolution, or just like you're gonna have people that have the mindset to be like, yo, we should be getting XYZ, but you have this population that's way greater that's gonna be content with just getting a little bit. They're so small minded, you be like, yo, this is enough for me. And the people that the small group of people that's smart enough to be like, yo, we want more, ain't enough of us to do that. That's why this really comes down to you just doing.
There's more talkers than they do. There's
think
more
it's-
talkers than people actually
I
do.
think it's just we
With action.
We just gotta promote.
ourselves,
We just have to promote the right people.
You
Like,
sure
for
we
example,
straight on ourselves?
like
But
what-
even the thing
I-
about blackness,
I appreciate having an
We,
MLK day.
we
Like,
don't
I
want to
love it.
support each other,
I love
but we
it,
want to support
but
the
There's no
other
Malcolm
man.
X there.
There's no
That's the
Malcolm X, but
problem.
more important than that, I think like people like Fred Hampton. Like Fred Hampton does not get talked about enough. Fred Hampton had the picture. Like even his popular saying when Fred Hampton said, "I am not a revolutionary. I am the revolution," and he kept making people say, "We are the revolution."
Give it
But
the power.
people just never really grasp what they were saying. Like, listen, they can kill me if I'm a revolutionary. They can kill you if you're a revolutionary.
But if you say I'm the
If you
revolution,
carry the revolution in you
the vibe.
and you spread it, they could never kill all of us.
Wake up, Mr. Word!
They could never kill all of us.
Wake
So
up,
let me-
people.
So let me ask you guys a question, right? And this is a serious question. All these people protesting, all these people marching, all these people going against whatever that's going on. If they brought these people to the table that's protesting and they asked them, okay, you want justice, what is it that you want? What would be our demands as black people?
I would think
I
there
think-
should be an indictment for killing a black man.
Okay.
Just like there's an indictment in New York
I like
City for
that.
carrying a gun. If you're a cop and you wrongfully kill someone, it should be an automatic charge and it shouldn't be up for debate. But right here, they're using so many circumstances to protect the cop. I think that's where there's a disconnect there because there's no black and white. There's these gray areas of they're black. Then there may have been
Now
a
we
reason.
could get away
Maybe we
with
could
it.
see
Like,
what's
what?
up. But if he was a cop and he killed a white woman, he'd automatically just be put in prison. But that's where the problem is. They just need to have like a clear cut consequence for an issue.
It should be
that is just
fair,
like,
yeah.
One at a time, one at a time. Go ahead. I think he was
It's
next.
fair.
I mean, I think we should, like I said, everybody make their decisions. We should all be held accountable for the mistakes we made. As in, we should all have equal rights.
Craig? What would your demands be?
Let me think about mine.
Okay, we come back to you. And
I'm smirking because I'm sorry that I have to keep blaming us, the people, again. But listen, 4 years ago, the Black Lives Matter movement was popular. Listen, their board actually came out with a list of demands. It was 10 lists. And I don't know if anybody can look it up. It was 10 points, and it was 10 clear points. This is what we want. This is what must happen in order for police brutality to not really be an issue any longer in the black community. And it was a whole variety of issues that they asked for. You know, more transparency. Only probably one thing that they said that it's not that I disagree with it. Like, I was really wondering how they were gonna implement it. Like, they wanted like community overwatch on the police. Like, I kind of agree with that, but it's like I wonder exactly how would you go about doing it, because it's like, who are we gonna choose? How are we gonna make sure that the is the right people? But other than that, they had 10 points that they put out that were clear. In my opinion, that was missing actually one thing, which I would say would probably decriminalization of drugs, because like, you know, drugs being criminalized, it gives the cops a reason to just stop you. And the fact that they're arresting people, putting them in jail just like for small amounts of marijuana, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
What happened to the bill when they proposed it?
Pretty much if you look at the Black Lives Matter movement, they started same thing that happened to the Panthers.
Okay, so I got the black points. Let me just read them.
Read them all. Read them all out.
The plans were for ending broken window policies, which aggressively police minor crimes in an attempt to stop larger ones, using community oversight for misconduct rather than having police decide what consequences officers face, making standards for reporting police use of deadly force, which is a big thing because a lot of the times a police could commit a crime. Let's say a police works in Nassau County, right? Mm-hmm. And he does something unethical. They could send him to NYPD, and we can't look at his background that he did in Nassau County. Mm-hmm. Just like the cop that recently killed George, he had a whole list of stuff that he did, and we didn't really know until afterwards.
Yep. It's when you make it mainstream, then they gotta pull those out.
Independently investigating and prosecuting police misconduct. They always say that they got independent sources, but really it's an inside person.
This is key. This is key. Like, we cannot have the DA that's always working with the cops to be the one that's investigating them. Like, that's absurd.
So they taking care of
Yes, that's absurd.
Having the racial makeup of police departments reflect the community served. Why is there so many white cops?
Absolutely. Why is just all these white cops policing black neighborhoods?
Major key right there.
Requiring
I would change. Oh my gosh, I've changed everything. Like
requiring police officers to wear body cams. Most of them do now, but we've seen instances.
They turn it off whenever they want to. Like, we need to make it like, yo, you must have it on.
It's like severe consequences.
Yes.
Providing more training for police officers. This is good because they used the illegal chokehold on Eric Garner. Then they used that knee procedure wrongfully on George.
But if you look at that policy, though, when you look at the proportion of time that cops spend in training, as in like aggression, they spend way more time learning how to kill a target than they spend learning how to control a situation.
Why do they need real bullets if
that
these
must
rubber
change.
bullets are like
accessible?
You know what I'm saying? Like they're using it for riots.
Why is there ever a chance they have?
You can light somebody up with some rubber bullets and they still live.
They said ending for-profit policing practices. That's where I guess police. I guess perfect example. We drove by KP. All the police is protecting KP because you know KP.
No, but not just that though.
You got the money to protect you.
The more arrests you make, the higher up the ladder you can go. Like that
incentive is bad.
It's bad. It's horrible. Like, you know, if a cop is a traffic cop and he wants to get off the street to actually do more things, you gotta get tickets.
I've been a victim of this.
So that has
to end of the month.
They be like, damn, it's the 26th. I know they're gonna get me.
For-profit policing has to stop. Like, they're building jails, you know? Privately owned prisons.
They gotta fill them
Cops are getting money for arresting people to send them to them jails. That has to stop.
Isn't that doing ending police use of military equipment? They pull up in tanks, riot gear, tear gas, rocket launchers, shooting tear gas.
Like the bulletproof vest wasn't enough.
They have a whole bulletproof vest, but
another thing,
like we got that many guns.
Another thing is, if you go anywhere else in the world, you know, they come here and they see that, they're like, the military's out here, like, what y'all
do out here? Like, what y'all do? Like,
and now he's shooing people with paint
pretty much. Like, in some countries, like in England, like, the cops don't even have guns.
They don't.
Like, we're that violent.
But America has way more guns, though.
Yeah, way more. I agree.
But it's almost as if they want that.
Way bigger.
It's almost as if they want that kind of accessibility so they can have the big guns in the police enforcement. You know what I'm saying?
But that's in the Constitution, the right to bear arms.
100%. But it's like, for them, what arms we gonna get a hold of compared to what they could get a hold of? You know.
Here's the last one, but it's very important. Implementing police union contracts that hold officers accountable for misconduct. Amen. It's the union that's messing up.
Union is messing up.
And most unions is ran by who? The mafia.
It's a union that's messing up everything. So period. Like, so if you look at these 10 points, if in 2016 we did something concrete and we got behind these 10 points, we could have been ready for right now.
Things would have been much.
We could have told any nominee, you're not getting the black vote until you promise these. Listen, they would have came into the election promising it. They would have came into the election promising it.
But we was too busy being entertained. Where was
Doing
that?
everything else.
Where was that?
Doing everything
Politics,
else.
a bunch of.
You was watching the NBA
Doing
finals.
everything else.
You was watching the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
they only do
But
it
that's the thing,
on their
though.
promises.
I say this is wrong
And they
because
postponed COVID till
because-
after the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I say this is wrong though.
They
Because
let everything
I
go.
watch the NBA finals, but I still know these things. It's up to us to look them up because they're not going to let you know what's good for you.
No.
They will never give you the information that will empower you.
Yeah.
You have to go look for it. And
Those-
once you know the information, it's key, man. It's
They can't
key.
hide from it.
They
Knowledge is
can't.
power. They
They
already said it.
can't.
It's been
They
the
can't.
truth.
It's a whole bunch of state senators, man. I'm telling you. You get the flyer in your house every time it's time to vote. You don't even know. Listen, those state elections, the turnout come out so low.
But isn't this proving that if it's a black face, we're more strict on them? Like even a black-owned business, for instance, like if they
You
get
bash
one bad
them.
review,
You
their
bash
business is done. Like
I
their
mean,
reputation is destroyed. But
I
if
think-
it's a,
But that's our fault though.
I
that's
think
what I'm
that's-
saying. I feel like we kill our
We
own
bashing
in
But
sometimes.
I think that's
That's
I think
what
that's all
basically it
because
is.
I think that's all because like the people who've got ahead has spoiled us enough
Yeah.
to be really critical of
About what
our
we're
own
doing,
self
yeah.
that
Cause look,
are just starting.
Yeah.
So it's like even
Just be
I
critical
know
of them.
I own a laundry business, very local. Like
They
no
don't
ma-
got the same standards.
no
as
matter
the white
what,
man
when the
because
people
we don't have
come,
what they have to
they
start.
will
because-
expect clean right.
Yeah.
Like that's the standard they will hold me up to. Like no matter how low I start, and you know, as much as I hate it, you know, like I just have to adapt in that situation.
Yeah.
I just have to.
All right, gentlemen, closing thoughts. We have about 5 minutes. Who would like to start? Ant brought that fire today, I see.
You know that fire. But you know, the most I would say is like I said before, everybody pointing fingers, but it all starts with yourself. Because if you make it, if you could change yourself, then you bring more positivity, and when you bring more positivity, then all the eyes that are watching you would follow that positivity as well. But if you're putting out more negativity, then what are you gonna expect? Whatever you put in the pot is what you're gonna eat.
That's fact.
I guess I would just encourage people to like go against the grain in terms of like what you believe in, like kind of like stray away from conformity, and then really just ask yourself sometimes why you like something. Do you like something because everyone else likes it, or do you like it because it's like you really like it? And then if we start really diving into what we like because we like it, then you might see more black-owned businesses striving and XYZ. But until these things become cool, everyone together might not want to do it because it's not the norm.
I feel like we need a fresh start, man. You know me, I'm always gonna say I feel like we need our 40 acres and a mule, man. We need our payback in the sense of for all the pain they cause us. I feel like we never get enough back. At least all these other countries or even, you know, cultures have been, you know, they got the money back, they got land, they got, you know, their rights. But I feel like for us, we haven't got anything back for all this trauma they caused from slavery, Black Wall Street, so many things they've done, and I still feel like y'all just gonna catch up. That's it, man.
And they got the money. We see that.
Yeah, like the stimulus checks. Like I think y'all can make a little more money and help the black community. That way we can
I mean, they got $2
feel
billion,
more
but
independent.
They gave you the crumbs, but they taking all those crumbs right back though.
Ant, closing thoughts.
I mean, like, in the end, I'm gonna support what my brother over here said. Like, it's up to ourselves to hold ourselves accountable. Like, we need to learn the system we live in. We need to understand that this is a democracy, and we are just so engulfed into the idea that, you know, whites have the power. We are not planning enough on how to get it back when we can. If we unite, if we could list our problems, like I fully support the protest right now, but instead of walking around with Black Lives Matter posters, I want to see those 10 points. I want us to be asking for something, and I want us to hold our politicians accountable that they deliver them. And if they don't, we just to make sure we go vote and make sure we get the people in power that's going to deliver those rights for us. Because listen, if you look at
That's
it,
powerful, man.
if you look at it, like racism exists everywhere.
Yeah.
Like even us black people, we will probably hate to admit it. We're kind of racist to white people. Listen, when we watch what's the game show that Steve Harvey's on? Family Feud. We want the black family to win. Like, yo, listen, you want your own race.
It's all on black.
That's against the great.
It's all on black.
That's why they call it a race.
Yeah, you want your race to win.
That's
But
why they call it
listen,
a race.
white people were the only ones that just
They
took
had
it to
that
the
stuff.
extreme and just
play
decided
fair.
to just exploit it to the.
They cheated
Yo,
the race, guys.
but like, we have time now to take our power back.
No excuses.
But we're just like
You're
I
not
was
gonna be
telling
consistent.
I was telling someone like, yo, we are letting the same system that is oppressing us entertain us and tell us that everything is okay. Like when Colin Kaepernick took a knee, listen, everybody said, yo, you're protesting against the flag.
Yeah.
When if you had an ounce of humanity in you, you would ask, why are you protesting? Police brutality? Okay, let me go look at the
fix the
statistic.
problem.
Let me look at the statistic on that. Oh, that's a problem. We need to change
But
it.
they just shut them out.
That did not happen. This
All
is
they
why
did was talking about, oh my gosh, he took a knee.
he took a knee. This is why, as much as I hate the riots, as a business owner, I hate the riots.
Bad for the community.
But what I'm saying, when people are telling me, oh, can you believe they're rioting? I'm telling them, well, while I have your attention now, police brutality is an issue in the black community, and I need you to help me eradicate it. And if you can't, then hell, I can't help you make them stop burning. That's it. That's it. Because like, a lot of those people that are burning, though, you have to realize, like, they have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Like,
They
yo,
got
Why we
yo,
need 40 acres?
yo,
Give us some
like
land.
we look at the George Floyd situation. George Floyd died. For every George Floyd that we see, there's probably 20 that we don't see. And those people die too. But out of those situations, it's probably 40 people that receive the same abuse, but they just don't die. But like when you live through that kind of abuse, what to say about your mental state after that?
PTSD.
They're trying to make-
PTSD, and they want us to think it doesn't exist.
I mean,
but
they gave
when
you a
it
song.
happens to white people, I have to care.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the crack
Mentally.
epidemic, same thing. When black people were taking crack, everybody go to jail. Now we're selling pills. White people taking pills.
They got all these
The
support
government is
outreaches,
opening
yeah.
centers. We gotta help you.
That's some bullshit,
Like,
though. Yeah.
come on.
They gave you the
Come on.
drugs. Now
But
they gonna take care of you.
That's
You know,
us not holding our politicians accountable. We need to start doing that. And like I said, we can't just look at Biden and Trump. Your state officials count, man. Your local officials count.
The locals matter the most
They
right
send
now.
you flyers every time. You don't look at it because you think it don't matter. But those flyers they send you, you know why they send it to you? Because it's your tax dollars they spend into campaign, man. And they send in those flyers hoping that you don't come. Because they're hoping that, yo, whoever voted for me before is most likely going to come vote for me again.
That canvassering. They call you on the phone, send out letters. Because I worked on a political campaign before, so I know what the game is.
you vote, but you don't be consistent.
So just hold yourself accountable, man. Go get the information. Make sure you look at it. Vote for the right people. Understand that we're a democracy, man. And just, we own the power. Let's just take it back. And in the riots, there's always riots in every protest. That cannot be the news. The curfew, like, whatever.
What's the point of the riot?
It should not stop us from protesting.
What do we
Even the
want?
civil rights movement, they started protesting at night. When rioting started happening, they switched it up. They're like, we're going to protest during the day.
Yeah.
But we're not going to let up. And they got something for it.
We got a point.
We just never furthered that movement, man. We just never furthered that
We
movement.
need to have a point.
And
like the 10 points. We should bring back the
That's
10
it. But
points.
like I said, though, real quick, in those 10 points, though, I would have hoped that they did include decriminalization of drugs. Because
marijuana, right?
not just marijuana,
Specifically.
not just marijuana, because like the
I've never saw
one with drugs is a scam. Like they're arresting the low level people. Like meanwhile, the people that's making the real money is like
they're the biggest drug guys.
They're directing policies. Like yo, listen, if you catch a drug dealer selling crack right now, he's going to jail. They caught one of the opioid companies literally paying doctors to write fake prescription. They made them pay $50 million. They didn't even go to jail.
Like that's gonna do.
How is that fair?
COVID is patent. They got a million COVID. Why? Because when the pharmaceutical found the drug, they get paid.
It's like if you don't decriminalize drug, it's another tactic the police could use
to target us.
To further, target us, man. So they have to do that. They have to do that plan. I hope they do.
All right, man.
That's why you gotta let
this guy Ant was preaching to this man. He on fire.
I'm telling y'all, we gotta get him some. Pretty much everything I've said is like it's stuff that I've been looking up. Like you gotta look up the right news, man.
Hallelujah. All right, we thank you very much for watching. My closing thought is, man, you see, we bringing the real word. All day, every day, unapologetic through everything, through pandemics, through riots. We still here giving you the real word. I thank everybody that came out today. I thank all my guests for coming out. I thank my co-hosts for always being here with us. Yeah. And shout out to all y'all for watching. Without y'all, we are nothing. We just gotta stay prayed up. Stay focused, improve yourself.
Stay informed,
improve yourself and those around you. It starts from within, but don't keep it within, spread it to others, and that's why we created this platform. The table was white, but now it became gold. So
with the mic.
Sponsoring people.
Be wild.
Black on.
That's coming.
Okay, so, we close out with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment in time. We thank you for my brothers that came with us. We thank you for blessing this platform. Thank you for blessing this business. We ask you to continue to give us strength so we can continue to do your work. In the name of the Son, we pray to the Holy Father. Amen. Amen. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Craig,
see us next episode.
Button. And, till the next episode. Episode 50.